Buffalo is going to win it, Tone.
Kick your heels up and down.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast. And listen, y'all, it's actually a good Monday. It's a good Monday. After every win, it's always a good Monday, right? Like, that's just the facts of it all. And we have a great show for you today. We got some things to talk about. We definitely have some things that we need to talk about. And with that being said, let me introduce the guys today. You know, we have our guy, your guy, Matty Ice. Matt, how you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. Fucking good win yesterday, you know. Just happy to be back podding.
Absolutely. We're definitely excited to be back today. Appreciate everybody that's getting on right now. And let me introduce the guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Rad, a.k.a. All-Purpose Rad. Rad, what's up?
Oh, man, I didn't know I became a legend overnight. Okay, I'll take it. I'm good, man. I'm good. Other Bills win. This was the one I had circled. I was a little worried about, but we took care of that. So, yeah, I think we about to win it out. Let's go, Bills.
Yo, now we winning out. Listen, that's crazy. But yeah, so let me do this. Let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Shout out to the platform. Definitely this platform is brought to you by 26 Shirts. 26 Shirts. People need to go check that out. Buffalo fan base. All those platforms. Please go subscribe to that channel and specifically to the Overdue Bills podcast. Matt, can you please let the people know who is sponsoring this show today?
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode is brought to you by the good people at Buffalo Wing Kings. There's two things the guys here at the Overdue Bills podcast know. That's Bills football and that's wings. Our first choice and the best choice is Buffalo Wing Kings. You know, it's football season, guys. So, you know, hit Buffalo Wing Kings up. Go ahead and order some wings Monday night. They'll get you right for the game tonight. Sundays, whatever event you guys have that's going on that needs wings, hit up Buffalo Wing King. Stop down and see him at 484 Elmwood Avenue or give him a call at 716-248-1427 and find out why they say and we know they got the best wings in town, hands down. And make sure you mention our name, the Overdue Bills podcast. Get 10% off your order.
Absolutely. Shout out to Buffalo Wing Kings. You know the vibes. Definitely appreciate them for rocking with us for so many years, man. It's been some years, man. They've been down with us, so we definitely appreciate them. With that being said, overduebillspod.com. Overduebillspod.com. We need you to go to the website. Listen, we got merch flying off the shelves, man. People is hitting us up. You know what I'm saying? It's getting few far in between. We definitely gonna have to hit Hefe up, you know, for the re-up. But listen, go get your shirts, your t-shirts. We still got a little sale going on. Please get your hoodies. It's hoodie season going on right now. We need you to do that immediately. We got big sizes. We got small sizes. Matt, what you got to say?
Speaking of that, we just dropped the women's crop top hoodies. So get your fall hoodies, women. We also dropped some kid size hoodies. So definitely check those out on the website. They are up now.
Absolutely. A lot of people have been talking about kids. Do you have anything for kids? We have something for kids. And then for our fashionistas out there, if you want to be a little, you know what I'm saying, rambunctious with the dress, we got something for you as well. Listen, all parties involved, man. All parties involved. We have something for you. So please like, share, rate, and review on all the platforms. Overdue Bills, Buffalo fan base. Please, we need that. You know what I mean? To hit those algorithms. But with that being said, man, let's get into the show today. Let's get into the show. Big show today. And y'all know how we started. Quick question of the day. Quick question of the day. I wanted to do this because last game against the Dolphins, it was a very hot and humid game. So we asked, about the hot and humidness in our life. So I'm gonna ask about the rain. It was a rain game, so I'm gonna ask the guys, what was your worst experience in the rain? And it could be sports. Y'all know we were sports. We play sports. So we play football. But just if you have a a worse experience in the rain, being caught in the rain somewhere, just to kind of, lighten up the show. Matt, do you have an experience you could talk about?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna talk about one time I got a flat tire coming home from ECC. Me and Rad, we went to ECC together. I got a flat tire. I was about halfway through getting my tire, in the process changing my tire out, and it just started torrential downpouring. I'm talking like ruined my day. All day was already ruined. I was mad. I was on the side of the 33 changing my tire out. Got soaked, and that was my worst experience with the rain that I could think of to date.
Did the rain affect your ability to change your tire?
No, I persevered. I powered through, got the tire changed, but
okay,
got in the car soaked, and had to ride home on a donut, but that sucked.
Rad.
The first one came to mind was definitely not PG-13, so I can't say that.
That's wild.
I'm trying to think of the next one.
Rad gotta chill, y'all.
Yeah.
I messed up my new kicks too that day. I was tight. But I'm gonna go to sports, I guess. Football. I'm gonna go football. Freshman year, October surprise happened. And October storm, freshman year.
Oh, okay.
October storm happened, so it wrecked our whole football year. So push some games back or something like that. And I think, Touch Tech, we made the playoffs that year. I was on varsity. I didn't play. I was just on the sideline. And it was like that slushy rain stuff. So it was cold. It was October surprise, obviously. It was cold, but then it was like rushy rain slush stuff. And it was like the worst game I ever experienced because I didn't play. I was on the sideline, did not get in, holding each other with covers. I didn't play. I wasn't close to playing. I was a freshman, and it was just terrible. I wish I just stay home. It was like the worst experience ever. And we lost to Grover, so it was bad.
I probably got a couple experiences like that. But I really wanted to bring that up because I know yesterday was a rain game. And I wanted to bring this guy to the front of the congregation, to the front of the Overdue Bills fans. I guess I have an existential question, and this is to everybody in the comments, everybody out there. Is Gabe Davis actually trash? Listen. I have to be the one to ask the questions that people don't want to talk about. I understand that it was a rain game, right? Shout out to PJs. I feel you. I understand it was a rain game. I understand the game before that it was hot and humid, but for whatever reason, Gabe Davis is not the same Gabe Davis, right? That we've seen in the playoffs. He's dropping passes left and right. He's not looking crisp on routes. Even his blocking is not necessarily at the level where I would like it to be. So I'm going to go to you, Matt, first. Are we blaming this on just weather? Sometimes weather can alter things in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Or is it a situation like Gabe Davis just not the player who we thought he was? Matt.
No, I think he's still the same player. I honestly think it's a situation where he might need to be out a little longer than he is. You know what I mean? He's like I think he's playing through whatever he's got going on, and he might and with the injuries we've had in the wide receiver room, maybe he feels like he needs to rush back. I don't know what the case is, but he definitely looks a little off. And maybe he does got to sit out another game and reevaluate, kind of where he has to be, because this is definitely not the Gabe that we need throughout the season and into our playoff run we're gonna have coming up in January.
Right. Is this a situation where is Gabe Davis, is he trash? Is he just not?
He's not trash. He's clearly not 100% out there. I think it's one of those things where I think the coaches need to save him from himself. Right, this is a big year for him. He's the starter. He's getting his minutes. He knows how important this year is for us. And we was supposed to, be rolling on offense. And he was supposed to get the target coming off that playoff game. The expectations for Gabe Davis are super high. And I think he realized that, and the team realized that. So he's trying to push through something where he's not 100%. You could tell he's not 100%. His video out there that when he tweaked his ankle in practice last week, and he shut it down, but he ended up still trying to go out there and play. So I think he's not 100%. And I think the coaches need to save him from himself, let him sit down. and trust our young boys. Trust the Shakirs. Trust James Cook out there. Put him out there more if you need him, more of a receiver type. I don't know if Hodges still on the practice squad, but bring up Hodges. But try some of these young guys. You know what I mean? Just sit them down and Gabe get right.
We definitely about to talk about that in 2 seconds. But I like what Thomas said. Thomas said the pressure is getting to him. I'm more of the mindset of that. I understand that the ankle may be hurt, but the pass in the Miami game, that's just a lack of just like stick-to-itiveness. Like, right? Like he didn't see that play through. The ball hit his hands. He got his feet in. That wasn't an issue. He just dropped the ball. Right? Yesterday's game, it was just uncharacteristic plays. The ball hit, like we were all been taught. If the ball hits your hands, you catch it. No matter if your foot hurt, your back hurt. I mean, it doesn't like what difference do it make? And that's my only issue with him. And I know we're saying that the coaches should save him from himself, but we preach about people playing through injuries all the time. And with that being said, let's talk about our Bills on the move segment, because the reality is our injury report, it really doesn't allow Gabe Davis to be out. I mean, just yesterday, Jameson Crowder broke his ankle. I mean, I'll just say this, like, I don't understand why Jameson Crowder was out there fielding punts in the first place, because he don't got no woogie to his game. He wasn't doing nothing out there. And even on top of that, like the play he got hurt on was like, yo, what are you doing? Just fall. Like you're not doing anything. You kind of just moving like rain around. But whatever, that's just my opinion. But Jameson Crowder, he's out. Isaiah McKenzie, he just got a head injury and concussion protocol. Hopefully we won't do him like Tua. Right? Like, so when we look at our team in its totality, like we're going crazy with injuries. So can we afford to let Gabe Davis just sit out? Because at this point, Shakir came in, right? At this point, we do have Isaiah Hodgins. I've been preaching him since, the beginning of the training camp. But so I'm going to go to you, Rat, first. Can we afford to let Gabe Davis sit out? Do we have enough weapons to fill that hole?
Yeah, we got to trust it. We got to trust in the guys. We got to trust in our draft pick. We got to trust. And like when Gabe Davis came in spurts last year, he found his way in the end zone right? Like Gabe Davis was for some of the vets last year when we had the vets going down, when the Beasley didn't play, when John Brown didn't play, what was it? What's the guy who just retired? Emmanuel Sanders, when he missed games, Gabe Davis came in and showed up. So some of these young guys got to do the same thing for him. So, yes, I think we can afford it. I think our offense is loaded. I think Josh is throwing to whoever's open. I think Knox got to step up. We paid Knox. Where you at? We paid you, bro. Where you at? You got to step up, and these rookies got to step up. So I think we definitely can afford it. I think we should definitely entertain it just to get him right. You want him right. You don't want this lagging all throughout the season. You want him to get his ankle right and show up when we need it.
So, Matt, and I'm going to just go straight to it. And we're going to talk about a few other injuries in a minute. But, and I'm going to just ask everybody in the comments. I see some OBJ comments out there. Do we need to go after a free agent right now? It doesn't have to be OBJ. Will Fuller. You know what I'm saying? Do we need to at least fill our roster with somebody in order to fill a hole? Because obviously Jameson Crowder is out. He's not going to be in for a couple weeks. Or maybe even longer than that. I don't know what's going on with Isaiah McKenzie. Concussions are tricky, especially what just happened to it. I mean, we're relying on, we have Stephon Diggs, but it's like Shakir, Kumro. I mean, like, what are we really doing? So, Matt, how do you feel?
So, I mean, I don't think we necessarily. I mean, because even if you mentioned OBJ, he's not probably ready. To go at the moment, anyways. But as far as bringing in another receiver, I think at some point we will have to. But right now, like Rad said, we got both of you guys said we got Hodgins on the practice squad. Tavon Austin is sitting on the practice squad, so we have bodies that we can field this week that know the offense that Josh has played with. Khalil Shakir, Josh is he's going to be able to trust him more and more throughout the season. We saw glimpses of what he could do on Sunday. So I don't necessarily think we have to go out and get somebody right now, but I do think with Jameson Crowder being out it's going to be gone for the year with the broken ankle, and then Isaiah McKenzie, they're going to go a little bit more cautious with the new concussion protocols being rolled out today. I think that we're definitely going to have those young guys up and playing and go from there. But they will, I think, address another receiver towards the end of the season. I think we all kind of mentioned that, with OBJ or another receiver that you can bring in for a playoff run, they'll definitely do something like that later in the year. I think so.
I mean, I don't know. Is Buffalo a place you want to go? Everybody to come here, get signed, they get hurt. Xavier Rhodes, he on the IR. So I don't know. I don't know. Right now we in the jinx spot right now. I don't know what Steve even want to get here to come here.
Yeah.
So I think the young guys, just throw the young guys out there. At least give them a shot. At least give Shakir a shot. At least get some James Cook out there more a shot. Some of these young guys and before we start going that way.
Definitely, and I feel like we hired some people from the Baltimore medical staff or something. The way that our injuries are rolling this year, they would look just like them last year. It's crazy. It is. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like almost laughable.
It is. And what's funny is the irony of like Cole Beasley. Like he is Cole Beasley would be amazing. They just kind of like, yo, we need you for a couple games, bro.
A couple weeks too late.
Tom Brady does it again. He has a way of just kind of sneaking his way into our whole little ecosystem, put Cole Beasley away. Now we can't throw him in there. I know he knows the offense, right? This is like, oh my goodness. But listen, that remains to be seen. Injuries obviously is plaguing this season. But at the end of the day, the Bills are moving forward, and we got a win yesterday, right?
Yeah.
We got a tough win, 23-20, right? A tough win. And I see some people talking about some players that were notable yesterday. So I'm going to ask the guys and everybody in the comments, this is our highlight of the day, right? We're going to highlight some players or even highlight some plays that you thought was pivotal yesterday, right? So I'm going to go to Matt first. Matt, do you have any players or specifically do you have any plays that you want to highlight from the game yesterday?
Well, I mean, you got to highlight probably the best linebacker in the league right now, and Matt Milano.
Ooh, I like how you said that, Matt. I like how you said that.
He's just playing. He's playing on another level right now, and he seems to be coming up with everything, every big play that we need in the run game or even in the pass game. Sometimes Matt Milano is just everywhere on the field, and for an elite defense, he is a pivotal piece right now, and he He's just doing his thing, and what he's worth every penny that we paid him, in the last year.
Rad, do you have a highlight for today?
Gotta be Poyer. Poyer just, we was talking about our safeties last week in the Miami game, just going for the hit. Jaquan, shout out to Jaquan. He had a good game. Hamlin, these guys going for the hit, not necessarily being ball hawks and being people like that. And having Poyer back in, it just showed you somebody who can get interceptions, somebody who understands the placement, where to be, when to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? So having Poyer back showed tremendously. Obviously, Milano, he just made every big hit that, Sam want Tremaine Evans to make, but Milano was making those. So I shout out to Milano.
We'll talk about
Poyer. But Poyer is definitely the one that showed up huge for us yesterday.
All right, let me get some room, y'all. I need a little bit of room. I want to highlight our offensive line, and I want to put all of them on notice and let them know you're terrible. I just want to be honest. I need to be honest today. And I want to start with Dion Dawkins. I don't know what's going on, and we talked about this in our group chat. I'm one of those guys that if you want to play online and make funny videos, then you need to play come Sunday. And this is my issue with Dion Dawkins. Stop making videos if you can't block right. That's my problem. And I didn't like anything he did yesterday. Every time I looked up, Dion Dawkins is going back like this into Josh Allen. I don't know what's going on. He's an all-pro caliber offensive lineman, and it's just not showing up. Like, I just don't get it. Like, Spencer Brown has some good plays. He has some good pulls I've seen. But overall, our offensive line is not doing the job that they need to do. We spent money for our offensive line, and for whatever reason, it's just not playing well. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know if Dion Dawkins is hanging out too often. Shout out to him.
On the block.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. But Dion Dawkins needs to play. I know he can play better, and I get that. But I know he can play better. Hopefully this line is it needs time to gel. And maybe this is a gel spot, against Pittsburgh coming up. We'll see. But that's something that I needed to highlight. Also, here's what I will say. our coaching staff has been really well. Leslie Frazier did an amazing job. I know Mills, shout out to Mills. He said that in the comments. And they talked about it, that Leslie Frazier was able to make some halftime adjustments and to disguise some looks, right? They said in the first half, Teron Johnson, he talked about how they were in certain defenses and they just stayed in them. But in the second half, Leslie Frazier was able to disguise some looks and hurt Lamar Jackson that way, right? Kind of ruffle his feathers. So I thought that was amazing since they didn't score in the second half. But also, I want to talk about this. I want to highlight, and I want to see what you guys have to say about it, Ken Dorsey and Josh Allen. I think what needs to be said is the Buffalo Bills has the ability to hold the ball and get third down. Second half, not the first half. It was terrible. But in the second half, like, we were moving the ball, but we are able to have long, sustained drives. And I think that helps us. It helps our defense. You know what I'm saying? They can, get on the sideline and get healthy. And I think that is kind of like we never seen a team like that. So I want to ask Matt and I want to ask Rad and everybody in the comments, who do we give the credit more to? Do we give it more to Josh Allen on those long, sustained drives or Ken Dorsey? Or is it just a collective thing? Matt, how do you feel about it?
I think it's a collective thing. I mean, because at the end of the day, Dorsey can draw up whatever he wants, but the will that Josh has to as the ultimate competitor to make, something out of nothing all the time is just amazing to see throughout the game and every week. It definitely goes hand in hand. Ken lines it up and Josh executes. You got to go 50-50 with that.
For me, I gotta go Josh. I think Josh understanding his, it's just how to keep a drive going. You know what I mean? Because he would try for that big home run shot or try for them big plays that didn't work, and now we're third and long, and now we just couldn't get. But now the methodicalness of just understanding what the cover 2 shell is giving you. Most teams is coming out cover 2 shell. Can we take this underneath stuff? Can Josh use his legs more when he need them? Not just every time, but those important times when when the team is not expecting it. So I think Josh is taking just a maturity level, the next maturity level forward, and just understanding taking what the defense is giving them when they play that cover 2 shell. So I think it's Josh for sure.
Interesting. And I'm going to highlight something too. And I'm going to go to the guys so they can highlight a play. I know E talked about it in the comments. For me, one of my plays is Josh Allen has passed to Knox on the last drive. I thought, like, when you look at it from the quarterback's angle, it was nothing short of amazing because he's not open. Mm-hmm. He was thrown open, right? Like, then that intuitiveness from Josh Allen, like, that's like we have that quarterback where, like, our receivers, our pass catchers, they don't have to be open, but he can actually throw them open. Yeah. And I thought that was nothing short of amazing. That's my highlight play of the day. And if you have a highlight play of the day, please put it in the comments so we can put it up on the screen. So, Matt, do you have a highlight play of the day from yesterday?
Well, you go with that one, and then the one that really sealed the game, the stop on Matt Milano, Brandon Bryant on that play. He took on 3 defenders and three offensive linemen and pushed those guys back and made a lane for Matt Milano to come and clean that up to stop those guys to give us a chance to go down and win that football game. So I gotta give it to those two.
For me, is that play action bootleg, that touchdown. Josh Allen just showing you just when we inside that 20, he's just a dog. He gonna fight for that extra yard. A lot of quarterbacks would have ran out of bounds or slid, but he got that extra. He got that touchdown. So Josh, that bootleg, just understand how to use Josh, when to use Josh, when to use his legs like that. It was a beautiful play. Shout out to Ken Dorsey with that play calling, but Josh wanted it. He got in that end zone, so that was a key play for us.
Awesome play. And since we're on offense, and I know you were talking about Singletary, I did want to bring up, and I want everybody to kind of chime in about our short yardage woes, right? Like, for the past 2 weeks, we've been stopped on some short yardage plays in some key situations. And so my question is, I know Singletary had a bounce back after the fumble, right? Granted. But, like, what is it? What's going on? Like, let's Monday morning or Monday evening quarterback this. What do we need to do better on short yardage situations, right? We have a cheat code in Josh Allen. We have pass catchers. You know what I'm saying? Is it a situation? Are we just relying on the big bruiser and Zach Moss too much? Like, what's going on? Why can't we come up with effective ways to get, like, yards on, like, our 4th and 1 or 4th and inches or something like that? Matt, what's going on?
Just in those instances, it just doesn't seem like our line gets that much of a push in those obvious short run downs, right? So it starts up front, and if those guys aren't winning those battles up front, then we're just doomed, because our running backs can be powerful, they can be as elusive as possible, but if they're losing that push at the line of scrimmage, we're just doomed.
I think for me, because we're not that. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but we're a finesse team. We're a finesse offense.
Yeah,
we're a finesse offense. So I think the mentality of the offensive line isn't necessarily let's go out and bruise these guys. It's let's go out and protect Josh. Let's go out and protect Josh. So I think that whole mindset. So when we need that we don't have that mindset to just turn it on to just be some let's push these guys back 3 yards and get a first down. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but that's something we probably just got to be more creative in that capacity, because we just a finesse offense.
Yeah.
Call out the hammer is Josh. So if you really want the 1-2 yard, we got to figure out a way Josh to get it. Quarterback sneaks, whatever it is, but Josh is the hammer, and we are finesse offense. I think that's what it boils down to.
I mean, I agree, and don't get me wrong, I love the way Ken Dorsey is calling it. But I think also I don't, and I guess it's kind of hypocritical for me because I don't necessarily like when offensive coordinators get too cute, right? Because sometimes you can get into a habit of that and do stupid stuff. But at the same time, I think we need to get. I think sometimes like it's just basic.
But you don't want him
like,
to be insane. Keep trying the same thing.
No, I don't. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want us to keep just running Zach. Like that's just not working. Like we got to stop that. And I don't say this with our running backs. I know it's a lot being talked about like giving one running back a carry, but like nobody in the league does that. Devin Singletary is not that guy. Like if his name was, they don't even do that with Nick Chubb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Nick Chubb has Kareem Hunt. They do it with Saquon Barkley, but like he's not Saquon Barkley. He's just not. That's just not who he is. So I think we need to get. Yeah, he's not that player. So we need to give the ball to everybody. I think James Cook needs a little bit more love. I think he's explosive. He fumbled, but so did Devin Singletary in a terrible position. But clearly we had trust in him to put him back out there. I think we need to see what the young guy got. I think the young guy does have something in the tank, and we need to play.
He got another gear that they don't got.
Yeah, he has another gear that they don't have, and it's just a change of pace. I think, and I know it's tough, but I think maybe we need to like kind of monitor that and look at that and stop necessarily relying on Zach Moss so heavily in down in situations. Maybe we need to like kind of.
But I mean, if that's not his role, then what is his role on the team? So that's the question.
Left bench, bro. Shout out to all those people.
He breaks some terrible. He can get.
No. I'm just saying, like we don't always have to play him, right? Like we could be creative with that. Is my point. But we spent a lot of time on the offense, and a lot has been said about the defense, right? Jordan Poyer. He played well, Matt Milano, and also Tremaine Edmonds. And I had this question for everybody, right? I had this question. Did we mess up? Did Bean get too cute in not giving Poyer the money and Tremaine Edmonds the money? Because when we look at it, listen, Edmonds is balling. He's playing well. Every game he's showing up. Poyer, enough said, right? Like our defense is a shell of itself without him out there. So, Matt, what do we like? Did we mess up? Should we have locked those guys in? Because Tremaine Edmonds is going to be a top whatever linebacker. Like he's going to get some money, like good money.
Yeah. So and I'll even go back. I said Matt Milano is probably the best linebacker in the league. We have the best linebacker duo in the league in those two, hands down. So I do. I mean, I don't think we messed up though. I just I think that he Bean has a plan for whatever he's going to do. And at the end of the day, we talk about it all the time when it comes down to free agency. The salary cap is a myth, right? So he'll figure if anybody can figure something out, he'll figure something out. And I also talked about how, guys like Josh and other players, they're going to end up restructuring their deals to keep guys around if we're going to win. And, that's all going to come into play later on. So I think that they'll be able to get something done. And I don't think we made a mistake in not paying them right away.
Yeah, I'm not in Tremaine. I think Tremaine, you didn't make a mistake. You wanted to see more, right?
Yeah.
You wanted him to see more, and he's showing you more. I think the issue with Poyer was, he on the opposite side of 30, 31, in a position where you want to be younger. You know what I mean? That safety role, you want to be, that mid-20s, late 20s, but 31, 30, so we'd be paying for the 32, 33, 34-year-old season. And that's typically where it starts slowing down for safety. So, I think Bean is doing what he's supposed to do. You play the market, you figure it out. And if case, I'm not saying that I love Poyer, I want to resign. But if the number gets too big, we go find the next Poyer. Not saying it's easy to find him, but we did find him. So
it's not Jaquan Johnson. It's not Hamilton.
Shout out to Jason.
We gotta chill.
Shout out to him. I'm not saying it's not him.
Jaquan Johnson,
I'm not saying
show.
it's not him.
This show.
I am saying is that we getting the best out of those guys.
Yeah, and that's
them not having the money.
Facts.
I'm not saying it's because of that, but that might be paying having some hungry guys like a Poyer Edmonds without the deal on the defense. That might lead to more just they understanding that this is the year they need to get paid. So I'm fine with it.
No, and then you also got to look too, like the years where the Patriots were most successful, they were not afraid to lose guys to the market.
That's
right?
Like that's right.
Like a Rodney Harrison, the Ty Laws, the Lawyer Malloys. Those dudes, they weren't afraid. Like if the price is going to be too much, then there's simply something you got to do. I'm not saying that they're going to do that with those guys, but like Raz said, we maximize them right now. If we get a Super Bowl out of it, then that's the ultimate goal, and then see what they want to do coming back next year.
Absolutely, and I'm with you, man.
Take some of Dawson money back. I mean, I'm sure he gives some back.
Yeah,
I'm not the Dawson.
And then I always talked about Josh will play if we're winning. Josh will play the Brady role. Keep restructuring every year, to keep guys around. Why wouldn't you?
Got the best contract in sports already.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, if Josh Allen brings a Super Bowl to Buffalo, Josh Allen does not have to worry about anything in his entire life for the rest of his life. Right? Like he'll be gold. I'm sure Palladino do a pump and dump.
Simonellis.
Yeah. So, listen. It's money out there. It is money out there. They'll figure something out, right? But with that being said, I do appreciate the Bills yesterday, man. We won a tough game, right? We were terrible. If you look at our group message, I think I called everybody trash. Like I want everybody was trash in the first half. Everybody was garbage.
Sell the team.
But at the same time, we made adjustments and we came out. We won a tough game. We won probably a team that we may see in the playoffs again, right? And we have the blueprint to beat them. We have the quarterback to beat them. But with that being said, we do have a lot of injuries, right?
Yeah. We're
trying to get healthy. And thank God this Sunday, we have a team who we can get healthy on. And that's the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Like we just got to be honest about it. The only thing that scares me, and I'm going to just see if the guys feel the same way. They say Tomlin is a live dog, right? And they're a huge dog, right? So, Matt, do you think that this is a game where the people who are hurt, they can sit out, get better, and then Josh could just take us to a win or is this a trap game for you? How do you feel?
I don't think it's a trap game simply because of how they beat us last year.
They beat us last year, right?
And the North remembers, right? Is how we're going into the season. So Tennessee, we remembered, and came out and put on a show. And I think it's going to be the same type of attitude going into this week. That those guys were a loss last year, so they're gonna come into it and want to ball out.
I was about to say House of Dragons is terrible, but I don't want to get into that. Matt, I mean,
last couple episodes been a little lackluster. But
anyways,
I would say, I don't think we're gonna sleepwalk into this one, right? We got a rookie coming to this game. We got Kenny Pickett going to get the start. A rookie coming into the Bills atmosphere is gonna be, the Rockets crowd. Our D line gonna be after them all game. We're gonna get a couple turnovers for sure. You can book that. Their defense is tough. Mika, I think, a little banged up. Their defense can play tough, but while out, so they just lost to the Jets. I'm not saying we'll see about the Jets, but they just lost to the Jets. Played tough for New England, so we're the better team. We've been getting off to slow starts for some reason besides that Tennessee game. So hopefully we don't have to go through that, get off to the slow start, and hopefully we can get out and get these boys out early, which I think we should and we're capable of. We got to show Pickett. He's just gonna be, being harassed all game. So we get to him. Their offensive line is terrible. Their offensive line is worse than ours. Najee, we can nullify Najee Harris, and he's not as good because O-line is terrible. So I think we should be fine with this. I think we should see Case Keenum in this game.
Shout out to Tara. We will talk about that. Shout out to We Think It's a Sports Show. You can get on the show tomorrow. We're definitely gonna have a lot of House of Dragons. And to Ed, yes, I know. I apologize. I have an event Sunday that will be like it's at 3:00. But I'm gonna tell all our Bills fans, all our Overdue Bills fans, this is what's gonna happen. We're going to kill Pittsburgh, right? This is what we used to call. I don't if anybody played high school. This is called a stat game, right? this is the game you circle on the calendar, and then it's like all of our pass rushers. Russo gonna get a couple sacks. You know what I'm saying? Von Miller, you're gonna see Epineza in there. This is a stat game, right? Game, right? It's gonna be
Rads get to play today.
Yeah, it's like one of those where you see Shakir out there, third quarter catching deep balls, and the crowd going crazy. Pause. Shout out. Listen, shout out to Tomlin. I know he's a great coach.
Yeah, he is. He's alive, dog. They gonna come ready. Yeah, that's why we gotta get them boys out early. That's why we gotta get them boys out.
We are. I think we are. I think it's gonna be a Diggs game early and often. Right, we're gonna go to Diggs early and often. Right, Diggs is gonna go crazy. You know what I mean? So listen. Don't worry, y'all. I think Sunday is gonna be like it's gonna be a walk in the park. Shout out to Minka Fitzpatrick. Like they got players, but we just have better players. Like,
they got two players. It's Minka and Cam Hayward, and that's it because Watt is out. That's it. It's over.
Right. I'll say this. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all been live. We definitely we love the fan engagement, man. That we feed off that. And let me say this too. Oh, no, Matt, let the people know about the contest. Who won the contest?
Yeah, so this week we had we had our contest, their score prediction, and then the tie break. Nobody got the score prediction, right? Somebody was close. They were a point off, 24-20.
I said 19-23 on the show. Just let everybody know, Nostradamus Sam.
Yeah, so we had 24-20. Somebody predicted, but that wasn't it. But so we went to the first tiebreaker, which is the Josh Allen's passing yards. We had everybody was high. It was 300s or high 200s. Josh Allen finished with 213 passing yards. So the closest to the passing yards was Bill Kane with 275. So shout out to Bill.
Shout out
Bill. Get you your gift card.
Bill.
Thanks for getting in the contest this week. Congratulations. And then this week, we're going to run another contest for the score prediction for the Buffalo Bills against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're going to predict the score. And as a tiebreaker, we're going to do Josh Allen's passing yards. And as a secondary tiebreaker, just in case we get a couple close ones together, we're going to do Josh Allen's rushing yards. So definitely get in this week. The contest is going to close at 12:45 on Sunday, right before kickoff. And good luck.
Absolutely. Please get into the content. Yeah.
The winner is going to get a $30 gift certificate to Wing Kings. I'm sorry. That's the prize you're going to win if you do get this win.
Yes, shout out to Wing Kings. We definitely appreciate them. Yeah, I know that will always come in handy. And listen, tomorrow, please be on the lookout. Please, that's why I tell you to follow and subscribe to all of our pages, because tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes right, we hopefully will have a special guest tomorrow. They may or may not wear a uniform. We don't know the time because they're on, weird schedules. But all things being equal, we're supposed to have somebody, on the show tomorrow. So hopefully, please be on the lookout for that. So please follow us on all platforms so we can disseminate the information. So y'all know that we out there, we making it happen. And
and then later in the week we have we're working on them right now. One of our favorite guests, a guy Stryker, a Steelers podcaster, always brings great energy, always has good shows with us. So hopefully we can lock him in for some point this week. Be on the lookout for that too.
Absolutely. Shout out to Stryker, man. Every year we have a good time with him. So please be on the lookout for all of our kind of semi-interviews. We try to get a pundit from the other team. It's always a great time. It's not going to be Michael Daniels. Shout out to the editor-in-chief of the pod. But yeah, it's not going to be him.
That'd be fun.
But so we definitely got some great things in store for y'all this season. We want y'all to be abreast on everything. Please pray for my fantasy team right now. I'm in a little bit of a rut with Mike Daniels as we speak. So I'm not praying for Cooper Kupp to be injured. I'm just praying for Cooper Kupp not to do well. But anyways, with that being said, shout out to everybody. We appreciate y'all. And y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.